Before I say anything, this is one of the most insane Carnage games I've ever played before. It'd probably be like top 10. So let's start off with the video. Right off the bat, I began by rolling a lucky student, which I didn't want. I wanted something more optimal like athlete or survivor, but this is pretty good. I'm not gonna even lie to y'all. I've seen that dude in the front way more times than I should have. I think I've played with him before. And when I say these VIP servers like to kill, I mean it. Not even like 30 seconds into the game and they're already starting a blackout. We did get a code and I think I did get a knife, I believe, in this recording, so yeah. I want y'all to keep this in mind because there were like 4 masterminds in this server alone. And then the lights came on and boom, he was already dead. Not even 2 minutes into the game and he was already dead. Luckily, they did see who killed. Because if I did not have these people, I low-key would have been at a lost cause because I did not know who killed and what the hell I was doing. Yeah, we're low-key like, all like, come on, man, you should have killed better. Homeboy with the hat just said, you suck, play now, which is kind of crazy. People start leaving, you know, people start leaving, and I'm like, don't leave, we have 10 people. So that is a bum killer, but the round does get crazier, and I'm telling like crazy. This footage right here is very boring. I'm just gonna skip it so like y'all don't have to bear through this trial. So now we vote him, and now we're on to the second saga of this video, which I would call like the craziest and the turning point of this trial. We start off the round by searching some crates and looking around to see if I can find any weapons. Sadly, I did not find anything, but then I go to the next room, which is in like the other part, and I start purchasing some boxes with this guy. This guy was low-key cool. I'll give him a shout out, you know. He's my homeboy for real. Anyways, yeah. And then I make my way to the basement. I want all of you, and I mean all of you, to pay attention to these two right here. Yes, those two. These people will be the main teamers here. Okay, let's continue on. Do you see that girl? Yes, that girl in the seat. Now pay attention to her and how she doesn't have a collar on. Okay? Good. Alright, check it. So I'm going backstage to look for a weapon to see if I can just find any weapon, any source of a weapon. I don't find a weapon here, sadly. So I come back out the stage. Right. Check it. She was dead! I don't understand how he had the time and space to do all of this, but she was dead right there and then. So obviously, you know, it's a caller and it's one of these two people. Now watch in the trial. Watch in the trial. I please. Oh my gosh, I can. So, you know, I'm a little dumb, so I don't really get what's going on here at first, right? And then later on in the trial, I realized, like, oh, it has to be one of these two, because if it was a caller, she was speaking before this. I'll pull up something, but when she entered the room, she was speaking before this. So it can't be oh my gosh, I'm stupid. Okay, so it can't be me, right? So you guys saw my gameplay. It has to be one of these two. Now, notice how the white one doesn't spit out that it's the guy in the green hoodie. That's because they're teaming. Oh my gosh, y'all gotta connect the dots. Y'all really gotta connect the dots here, yo. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what this guy in the, whatchamacallit again? In this, like, red visor was talking about. It's a C4. The C4 was on the stage, which the white guy in the hat put it there. So how would she have died from that? The blast radius is not that big. And also, the white guy in the, white hat would have died. Also, that means they would have been teaming. So how did they not catch on to that? Anyways, let's continue. Now, the guy in the white hat is actually pretty smart. He admits that it was a caller, and I don't know how he's playing so calm, but we'll see. Now, here comes the killer. I don't know if he says anything here. Anyways, yeah, I think he contradicted himself because he said he went backstage, but he never went backstage. In the footage, you could see he never went backstage, so he was lying. Okay, let's continue. My brother in Christ, I want all of you to pay attention to this scene right here. No, we're going to wait for the countdown to go down. So, basically, what I did, I told them who the killer was. I told them every info and why it has to be the green guy. Him contradicting himself. Him never going to the backstage, right? We're going to voting, you know. Wait for the timer to go down. We're going to voting. And you'll never believe who they fucking picked. I'm sorry for swearing, but you'll never believe who they picked. Like, what? How are you gonna pick them? They didn't even know. Like, oh my gosh. I told them. Oh my god, bro. So guy in the visor gets dump magged because they wanted to pick the guy in the white hat. I don't get it. Why do Carnage players not listen to me? Oh my gosh. All right, so we're continuing this. Okay, let's continue the video. Okay, let me stop. All right, my fault, y'all. All right, so here is when I put on my thinking cap. I start crashing out, and I'm like, it's GG's, they are teaming. But I start putting on my thinking cap. Y'all see I got the Mastermind panel open. Y'all see me selecting. And honestly, I come up to this dude named Hecky, and I start planning my shit out. Hold on. I told him to follow me, so we're coming over here. We're coming to like the back of the room, whatever it is. All right. So I'm like messaging him. I'm like, yo, you gotta kill one of the teamers, yo. Right. So I gave him a collar. I gave him gloves. Right. And I think he had a weapon before this. This is good. Now, keep in mind that these people, the teamers, are probably in call. So that, so whatchamacallit again? What's her name? I forgot. Boy, I'm just gonna call them Boy. Yeah, Boy. So basically, Boy and, the other guys in call, they are teaming. They're gonna know. But the Amori cosplayer doesn't know. He's not teaming, I don't believe. So I gave him a gloves. Okay, there. So now we're game. We're about to win this, all right? So boom, the plan's kicked into action. Now watch. Dude comes behind him and dumps mags him, all right? So he gets gripped up. Oh, yo, let me stop. He gets collared, right? So he gets collared, right? Them two, they see him. He has the collar on, and basically, yeah, they're walking. Blown up in front of our faces, right? So this is good. One teamer's gone, and just the 4 of us left. We can win this. If he plays his cards right, we can win this. Now, this isn't against the Carnage rules. You can team for 1 round, which they did. And now I gave him a weapon, which isn't necessarily teaming. I met this guy today, so let's go. The guy with the hat already knows everything. They are way too smart. He should have killed her or him first. All right, so there. Now it's game, okay? We can only hope for the best. So I'm over here trying to make myself look suspicious. I was with people, I guess. I was hoping they vote me and not Hecky, because I genuinely wanted Hecky to win. He was such a cool dude, you know. And at the other start of the video, we were like pushing crates together. He was a cool dude. So let's see. The hat guy's like, I think we know the killer, and I'm like, know the killer? And they're like, yeah, I think we know the killer. We do not know the killer. Well, I do, but I'm hoping they don't. So Amori recognizes that Hecky had a glove, so it can't be him because it was collar. So basically, yeah. So we're pretty much set in stone here. They're gonna vote me, and yeah, we're gonna win. This next scene, I can't even lie. It kind of made me tear up a little bit. He ratted on himself. I was unaware of the Mastermind rule that they had implanted inside of the server. When I first clicked on the link, I did not see any 5-minute rule for Mastermind, so I thought it would be okay to give him a weapon. But turns out there were. Now there's a 5-minute rule, and then he snitched on himself. We could have won. He snitched on himself. Hecky, if you're watching this, I want you to know you were the best Carnage player I ever met. You were cool, and yeah, you were gonna be fair, unlike the hat guy. If any of you recall, this dude Boy had the weapon finder. I don't think I put it in the video, but he did have the weapon finder. So I follow him, and then I block his way so he can't get the weapon, right? He runs out. So I'm chasing him, right? I thought I was gonna get back from my boy Hecky. I keep running after him. I'm running, and then boom, it happens. He had found gloves, and I died. Now, they were kind of toxic. They did call me a fool. To be fair, that was foolish, and I did die. Hecky, if you're watching this, I want you to know. My heart goes out to you, man. You were the GOAT. You were the GOAT. GG's to everybody in this lobby. Well played to all of you. And I hope you guys all have a good day. Now, if we do ever get into a game again, just know, I'll be winning.